Hello everybody, welcome! My name is Ryan, and today, who are we playing? Well, who else but the wonderfully understated, the inconspicuous, the subtle, the ever quiet USA, USA! Yep, this is my opinion of Americans. I love you, but it's just chanting. Oh, this is a game I've been looking forward to playing for some time. Some games are incredibly difficult. You've seen me absolutely butt my head recently on level 13 difficulty, 5 levels above deity, Sid Meier difficulty. It's brutal. Other games, well, I've got a strategy today that could be rather silly. And silly is the name of the game today. I have been doing that rather worrying and terrible thing. Yes, in my own time, have been browsing the Steam Workshop. Don't do that. It's full of anime, it's not worth it. But amongst my travels, I have found some wonderful, relatively new mods within the last 3 months. I'm always a little bit behind on these things. These are all recently added mods by some of the most famous modders in the Civ 6 community, and I'm throwing them all together today to just create a mess. Now, I normally push people towards Discord for save files and mod lists. Today, I very much am pushing you towards Discord because I will forget some of the mods that I'm using today. It is well worth going to look at the full lists. Remember, on Discord, I see this asked a lot. I keep 2 separate lists, okay? One for unique interface, mods, things that you can chop and change, stuff that doesn't affect the gameplay. That's on a big old mod list. Gameplay mods, you do need to have to play the save files. I list those with the save files themselves. It's awesome. Every single game has its own list. Yay! So it's well worth going to have a look at that list because, yeah, I'm going to forget something. But JNR, the maker of some wonderful mods with Luigi. I think we've played multiple mods of both of them. The Great Explorers, Great People pack. These are new Great People, totally new class, science focused, that you use by building universities, zoos, aquariums, I think lighthouses. Anyway, it's a whole new class of people starting from medieval era, and I look forward to seeing what some of these do. We're back with all of the mods we were using before that add extra improvements and units and colonial abilities. Or it's not, well, it's a colonial ability because America is a colony. You know what I mean, cultural identities. And I've also added the Hidden Agendas expansion from the wonderful Marshmallow Bear, and of course their governor overhaul because I miss that mod. But that's not it. No, throw in more. Fantagonist City-States. This was added in the Silk Road Pass of mods that was released a couple months back. It adds 48 new city-states and reworks a couple. 48 new city-states. It's gonna be a total mess of a game. There's gonna be so many city-states on this map. I played a game with the Witcher mods not that long ago, maybe a year ago, and that added a bunch of city-states, and it was so much fun to play with, so I'm looking forward to seeing what crazy abilities these have. I'm sure they're all totally balanced. I've added in JNR's mixed farms because these look really pretty. They basically change the colors of all of the worked farms in the game. I think that's the main stuff until I realize I've forgotten something. What is the agenda for today's game? Well, I wanted to play something a little bit easier than Sid Meier difficulty, so we put it on a nice easy difficulty setting today. Level 10, 2 levels above deity, the otherwise known transcendent or deity plus plus mode. You know, something nice and difficult, something only 2 levels higher than deity. Humble brag. We've also put Barb clans and secret societies mode on because yes, today I am playing Rough Rider Teddy, and our aim is to use the Roosevelt Corolla. That is how you pronounce that word, just so you know. Just repeat after me. Repeat after us, or I'll teach you this word. Corolla. Just in case you needed help with, American words. Because a little while ago, we played a game using Teddy, where you send a trade route to a city-state that gets doubled, and then you put the extra card on it, and you can get 3 city-state envoys with 1 trade route, and you just end up controlling the map. And this map has 24 city-states with a bunch more to come because it's island plates and it's huge, but I took 4 people out of the game, so there's space. Oh my lord. My only mission today, have fun and create an obscene amount of yields. How many city-states can we become suzerain of? How much can I break the game today? Because let me tell you, this should not be set up like this. So get yourselves comfortable. That was an overly long intro. We're just going to get started. Remember, if these intros ever go too long, he says making it longer, go to the timestamps. I normally put a turn 1. You can just press that and ignore all of this. Oh, I needed to sit down. Let's get started. Turn 1. And there were a few things that drew me to this start. Firstly, finally, Lake Victoria. This is a 4-tile natural wonder that using Terra Mirabilis gives me not only really good yields, but also any civilization that owns at least one of these tiles receives 15% growth in cities not on their original continent. That's not going to give me any benefit at the moment, but later in the game, once I leave Terra Australis, that's going to be rather silly. That gives me 3 era score, and we'll get another 4 if we settle near it. So far, so good. The other thing is I rolled hidden agendas, and I was talking to Marshmallow Bear, wonderful friend of the channel. We were just hopping on Discord chatting away, and I was just re-rolling these to get as funny a combination as I could. It wasn't exactly the combination I wanted, but this is pretty cool. Firstly, Vigilant. Foreign spies operate at 1 level lower in my cities. Cities with a stationed counter spy gain 8 loyalty and 2 amenities, and I get 100 culture and science per rank for each foreign spy killed in my cities. So what I'm going to do is make myself incredibly happy by counter spying with every single spy I can. Because don't forget, I have owls. And not only owls, I also have governors. And this is Bear's governor overhaul, so we can get the spy master and go for another +1 spy and another +2 spy. So we can get so many spies. We're going to have spies everywhere. And to make it even better, we are also generous. +2 amenities and housing in every city. Each improved unique luxury resource in a city grants +1 amenities. So we're going to be incredibly happy. And we know also that things like Pioneer has Urban Boom, +2 housing, +2 amenities in every city. Power grids, +2 amenities in every city. This is not going to be a balanced game. This is just going to be so much fun. I'm going to explore around Lake Victoria to see what's going on. We must remember that because I have colonial charters, not only do I get tiles slightly quicker, but I also get +2 food on mines, plantations, and camps on luxury resources. So there is a amber over there. That could be handy for later. I think I'm going to stay next to this deer and settle down on this tile. I think that's the best way for me to go. I get fresh water. I move away from the Yellowstone caldera. Definitely a really safe place to settle next to Yellowstone. That's what I've been told. Bam. We'll be fine, say the citizens of Washington. Yes, Washington? No. We must celebrate our channel supporters. These are the wonderful people on Patreon and Coffee who help me defeat the algorithm by giving me, what's it called? Oh yes, reliable income that doesn't fluctuate with the whims of Google. So thank you all very much for that. It really helps the channel to keep going. It's the wonderful I'm Daft. And looking at this start, we have cotton, olives. Both of those are plantations. Both of those will have +2 food. Already I'm looking rather excited about this start. Very little production, but very high growth, especially with a little bit of extra culture here. So I will pick up Owls of Minerva as soon as I can. But otherwise, I have a governor, and I'm not entirely sure what to do with them. In Bear's Governor Overhaul, when you open up a governor, these are all different categories that are roughly equivalent to the sorts of categories you used to get in Civ 5. It's a really fun overhaul if you've never played with this before. I would massively recommend it if you like Civ 5. We could open with Cardinal, which will give me 60 faith immediately. Will help me to buy holy sites later. It would give me a very short-term benefit, but not a long-term one. And looking at my start, what would I rush? Maybe a settler? But I don't think long-term that's going to be what I need. We need to get things that make us gold and city-states and trade routes. Eventually we'll be going down Ambassador. Gives me more envoys, better trade routes with city-states. This is all the sort of thing we want to do. We want to get merchants as well. Extra gold from trade routes. Pioneer so that my cities are better. This is a really good one. Actually, base ability. Settlers don't consume population. I do like that one. Surveyor is also quite handy. 2-3 recon units. And culture and gold of acquiring new tiles is reduced by 15%. I've already got less 33%. So that would double up really nicely. I mean, that's kind of tempting. This is more of a bull moose teddy ability, to be honest with you. Merchant gives me a trader. Architect gives me a very builder. I think I'm going to stick with Pioneer for now. I like the ability to just not lose population when I settle. So let's do that for now. Let's go Pioneer. It's the typical start, but we know it works effectively. We also get 3 population in the city immediately with that. So we're working some decent tiles now. I can immediately go start working a settler, although we will probably open with a scout anyway. So I probably should have done that. Never mind. And after all of that as well, astrology. Maybe I should have opened up with Cardinal. I don't know. Look, what is this? A consistent gameplay? No. Okay, this is one of the many new city-states. Kayakta. That is not how you say that. Receive +1 trade route capacity and a copy of tea after building the first camp. Receive 1 trade route capacity and a copy of furs after building the first plantation. Oh my lord, it just gives me more trade routes immediately. I love it. Okay, if we send a trade route to this city-state, it will become suzerain immediately. Well, we know what we're rushing then. That is amazing. Plus the extra gold will help me buy tiles faster. Although, look, I'm actually getting tiles really quickly anyway, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Oh, I didn't actually mention what type of map this was. Island plates. This is an island plates map. Anshan, that's an old one, but it's a good one. Extra science in the capital. Why am I going religion? Do I really want to go religion? I was thinking about getting the gold religion. Yeah, 8 gold on every trade route does add up. I like that. Oh yeah, of course. These tiles are so cheap. All right, well, I might as well just buy this one then. Get myself a little bit of extra culture. Rush that government as fast as I can. Now let's get the builder so that I can work cotton and olives as soon as possible. God King, survey, that'll do for now. Let's unlock that trade route as soon as we can. Just work these tiles. They're not the best tiles, but I like the extra culture. It's really fun. There's astrology. Now let's rush irrigation. What's in the tribal village? Experience. I mean, that's not exactly what I could have used there. A builder, faith, something like that would have been really handy. Never mind. Okay, tribal village, barb camp. The barb camp has a warrior that I need 95 gold. Anshin is going to destroy it. Yep, okay, that's fine. At least we're not going to get rushed by barbs. That is a decent thing. And what's in this one? 40 gold. Okay. Helps maybe a little bit later. Don't know. We'll see. Oh, Male, what do you do? Reefs provide 2 culture and 2 food. Boats, fishing boats not on reefs provide +1 culture. Oh, that's like a really fun Auckland variety. Okay, we need to work reefs. We're going to be friends of all of these city-states, by the way. Not one is going to escape us. That's our mission. Just every single one will be our friend, regardless of whether they want to be or not. There's foreign trade. Okay, there's a lot of luxuries around. Cotton, olives. Oh, there's a lot of good stuff. Oh, I remembered another mod we're playing with. I forgot to mention. Another one of JNR's. District expansion, diplomacy. New choices for the diplomatic quarter and the government plaza buildings. Yeah, I'm not really going to explain these until we get to them. Then you'll see some of the fun choices we can get, because yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff. There's a lot of fun stuff. I don't want to spoil it. I mean, I just don't want to spoil it. Okay, this stone-faced barbarian has found my builder. I really, really want to put the trade route out at the moment, but I can't. Oh no, I think we've run out of space in this direction. My little island is only so big. Okay, that's all fine. I'm going to send my trade route over to Kekya. Gives me a little bit of gold for now. Yep, there's nothing else here. Oh, my scout's going to get stuck behind the open borders. I can just tell. I don't know if this is retrospective. If I build a camp, but I'm suzerain of this city-state, I get a trade route capacity and a copy of tea, which sounds amazing. I really want that. I guess there is another camp over there that I can build, but do I wait 5 turns and just make sure I get this? I'm tempted to. Oh no, I'm sure it's retrospective. I'm sure it's retrospective. I'm going to put the camp down. There you go. Stonehenge, turn 25. 25 whole turns to build Stonehenge. Yeah, AI's on a nice easy mode today. Let's build archery or mining. What's going to be best? I think the first way of getting explorer points is getting a lighthouse. That's the first building that produces them. So that's what we really want to focus into the sort of mid game. I want to get to the sea, want to start settling this way. Here's my plantation. Craftsmanship boosted and finished. Well, the extra 2 food on that plantation is quite nice. That's good to see. Let's go for the holy site now. I'm going to buy a settler. I think that's the cheapest way of doing it. So if I build it under the volcano, I feel like I'm going to regret that. But I also want to save my gold. Let's go for the +3 up here. Costs me a few turns of gold, but I think I'm going to just, if I build it under the volcano and it immediately erupts, I'm going to get annoyed at myself, so let's not do that. Early Empire boosted just from a single city. You'll love to see it, don't you? Horseback riding as well. We've got some really decent yields around here now. Amdaft will be a capital to right home about. Looks like my island might go slightly further to the right. Hopefully there'll be another 1 or 2 city-states. Maybe even someone to trade with. Right now we've kind of not hit as many points as we can. Mount Sinai. Holy sites provide +1 great person points towards great profits for the player that owns this tile. Oh, that'll be good for my religion. And another scientific city-state. Settlers and cavalry units ignore movement penalties from hills and crossing rivers. Libraries and stables provide 1 science if you control at least 5 cities. We're going to see some really fascinating stuff in this game, like stuff we haven't seen before, strategies that are totally new, and I'm really looking forward to it. All right, going to settle something over there might be really good. Pantheon choice is going to be really interesting this game. Divine Spark would help me get a religion faster, like quite considerably faster. Reeds and marshes, I have seen a couple of marsh tiles. Honestly, that's not going to be the biggest one for us. I don't think this game. Fishing boats, that's more of a later game pick for me. Maybe that would work quite well. Pastures, we do have at least a few pastures. We've also got camps. That would add another chunk of food and production and could late game scale with the extra food on camps on luxuries. So there is possibility of doing something quite cool there. Culture on plantations, that would give us another 2 culture per turn, although we are getting quite a lot of culture from this natural wonder. City patron goddess would help a lot of my cities over the longer run. 25% production towards districts and cities without a specialty district. As I go into owls, that could be very, very useful indeed. Really useful indeed. And the reason that is so useful is because it would let me build harbors and commercial hubs quicker in new cities. And then I would use something like architect and get 10% production towards districts, another 15% production towards districts. I'd get things like merchant navy, harbor districts. Yeah, that's a choice that gives me nothing now but lots later. I'm going to run with this. I know this combo works really well, so we're just going to roll with that one. And because we've got a trade route with this city-state, I throw 1 envoy into it, and hey presto, that is now worth another 2. And because we have a camp and a plantation, we have a 3 copy of tea, a 3 copy of furs, and 2 extra trade route capacity. Oh my lord, that is awesome. I haven't found owls yet. I really wanted to find owls. Can we do that? Can we get that one through quickly? That's void singers. Okay. Again, not what I really wanted at the moment, but still. We've got 7 turns to make 9 era score. It's very unlikely, but I could have a good go by just throwing trade routes out at the moment. I haven't met anybody. That's the big unknown, but I could just take that city-state. Yeah, sod it. We're going to just go all in for the era score here. Let's go for ambassador. Now this will give me 2 envoys at a city-state eventually. I'm going to drop it into Mali, but I also get a bonus 2 just on finishing this, and we don't have a trade route with this city-state yet. Available routes. I can't throw a trade route there at the moment. I'm tempted just for the interest of time. I'm going to go 1, 2, and suzerain it. And what do we find? Nothing, except from a tribal camp there. Okay, right, that's annoying. If I were to convert both of these city-states, that would be 1, 2, 22 era score. Maybe there's something I'm missing. Then there could be something that we can throw in right now that will just help to push us over the line. I don't know what it is at the moment, but we'll keep an eye on it. Maybe we'll find it. Maybe, you never know. I guess we could kill the barb camp. Actually, that's not a bad idea. City-state is going to give it a good crack to start with. 3 era score from the holy site. We do only need 4 more. Oh, that's so close. 5 turns. And see if this slinger survives the attack. If it does, no. I think that was going to be pretty much the only chance of era score there. That's a shame. That's a shame. Okay. I don't see a path to era score in the time that we've got. Never mind. We'll have to just go all in the next era. So the first great explorer is going to be quite interesting. 75 science and 50 tourism on standard speed for every excess copy of luxury resource in possession. You don't see many things like this. This is really cool. I can't see a list, unfortunately, of all of the great explorers, but we'll keep an eye out for other versions of. There'll be something interesting here, I'm sure. 2 turns. The tribal village. Looks like there's more barb camps up to the north. Bring my units back and defend against it. And we have another governor. I think I'm going to start this game by going all in on the ambassador, which is a little bit different to what I would usually go. But I want to go for trade unions. 2 gold and 2 production from trade routes sent to city-states. Double if I'm the suzerain. So this route would have an extra 4 gold and 4 production. Already that seems like it's quite a good deal for me. So emissaries, 1 influence point per turn towards earning new envoys. It really doesn't make much of a difference. That would take me from +1 to +2. I guess it doubles it. Late game though, that's unlikely to do much, so we won't get too excited about that. But we now have a settler. I guess I could have bought a boat there. It would have been a boat in Lake Victoria, which would have been absolutely useless, but maybe that would have given me the era score. I'll just have to live with that. Live with that as a choice. I think I'm going to settle on that tile in order to work all of these plantations, and also that tile, and just go from there. Oh yeah, of course, settlers ignore hills. Oh my lord. Speedy settler, haha. Okay, this trader is probably going to get pillaged by this warrior if I'm not careful. And that era definitely felt like a missed opportunity. We could have gone for a golden age. 2 era score because we're starting Marley with a bang. Reefs provide extra culture and food, so keep that in mind. There are a few reefs appearing, definitely down in the south of this island, so there's going to be some stuff for us to get. Let's get that golden age though by going Exodus, because we're going to spread my religion around as soon as I get one. Reason why that golden age really was a needed thing is because I really wanted to go Exodus and just make these profits appear quicker with the +4. Yeah, it ate my trader. I knew it would do that. I knew it would do that. I was one turn off stopping that from happening. Never mind. Oh well, what can you do? City number 2. New York? No. It's Widget with a nice +2 plantation. Look at that. We're not going to spam holy sites everywhere. I'm going to go for the gold religion. So instead, we're going to go for actual useful infrastructure like builders. Yeah, there's a lot of golden ages being triggered here. As long as I get a profit, it doesn't matter which profit. In the first 6, the religion I'm going for is not one that is competed for by the AI at all. So that's good. There's political philosophy. Any government that allows me to put in a diplomatic policy is good. I'm going to start though with autocracy because classical republic not needed at the moment because I've got housing and happiness in large amounts. So let's instead go for autocracy just for a little bit more of my capital. Put discipline in. There's diplomatic league. There's revelation, and urban planning goes in as well. Bunch of religions going. I should get mine in 4 turns, which means I don't need to run this holy site prayers any longer. I need the government up and running as quickly as possible. Government plaza. Do I want to chop that tile out? No. Let's just drop that on quickly. Need these governor titles as soon as possible. Oh, Mashi Pishi on 1048. That went quick. Bam. Yeah, fair enough. Oh, bronze working. There is some iron in my territory. Lovely. So Buddhism's been taken. Protestantism has been taken. Easy for me to say. Just need this profit. This last one. That's a cool trade route. Look at that. Bam. And it says 3 gold at the moment, but don't worry. Now it's worth 5 gold. Here you go. Here's for religion. And that's quite fun. The colonial charters means that every time I get a great person, I get 1 population in a random city. And I'm daft was the one that got that. So 10 population here. Okay, we're actually now going to switch. We will switch government as quickly as we can on that front. But here's ambassador and trade unions. You can see now this trade route is worth for production 9 gold. And suddenly I'm daft has a lot of stuff going on. We're going to pick up ancestral hall as quickly as possible. We're going to make a settler hub and we're going to just claw our way back into this game. Not that we really are that behind. I just feel like we've lost a little bit of that early momentum, but we'll pick it up really quick. Here we go. Here's a religion, and there it is. Religious community. International trade routes give 2 gold to cities of holy sites and additional 2 gold for every building in a holy site district. It's really weirdly worded, but it means if the holy site is fully upgraded in the city, I get 8 gold on every trade route. It adds up really quickly. It's lovely. I'm not going to spread this religion around too much. It's going to just make sure the city that I've put it in is really good. I'm going to get mosque. That just helps me to protect the religion a little bit better. We'll work out what we want to do after that point. There we go. Now we can change the government. Let's go to classical republic now. Was it not? Nope. It's not letting me change it. It doesn't class as a full change at the moment. Never mind. Charismatic leader. We'll pop that in instead. Still waiting for owls. We'll get owls soon. Don't worry. An iron mine. That's the boost to wheel and iron working. Let's just finish off wheel quickly. Now this builder. I could put 3 mines down. Do we do that quickly? No, we're just going to go and improve Widget, I think. Or are we? No, Widget's going to get their own builder. It'll be fine. There's wheel. Where's the barb camp to the north? It'll be somewhere. Oh, 20 diplo favor. I've got 115 already. Isn't that crazy? And trade routes. Currently, I've only got a trade route to Male. I've got more envoys, but I'm going to just save them now and make sure that we are only sending them to cities that I'm trading with. We're already up to 50 gold per turn. Gold is looking good. Even though I've only got a single trader, gold is looking good. All right, the barbs are coming to get me. That's not good. Let's use my scout and try and fight back for a second. Okay, now I can change to classical republic quickly. I wanted to do that before we finished the ancestral hall. Late game, it's way more important to have this set up. And I've lost discipline quickly. I need that. Caravassary is urban planning. Urban planning is not helpful, but settlers is. There we go, because I'm daft. You know what I'm daft's going to be doing. Print. Now let's unlock currency and commercial hubs. We get theology as well. Then we can put the temple and my holy worship building into I'm daft and get some just giga trade routes going. Speaking of, look at this. Settler in 3 turns. So I don't think improving ambassador really helps at the moment. 3% gold for every city-state I'm suzerain of. That would give me 9% extra gold, but that's not enough. I think I'm going to now go into pioneer a little bit, and we're going to start getting making new cities start with an extra population, and then 2 food in every city. Let's just get these quickly. 15% production towards settlers. That was just another little fun improvement. And trader. If I send a trader to Anshan, then I can send my envoy over and claim it. Yeah, here you go. Look at this. Currently it's worth 2 production, 9 gold, but now I can throw the envoy, it gets doubled, and it's worth 4 production, 11 gold. Haha! Currency boosted, complete. And that is city number 3, a Charleston Chew. Reminds me of my recent picture. No, it's Frankincense Battlezord. Of course it is. Who else is it gonna be? I think I'm gonna actually focus on getting harbors in cities that can connect to the coast like this. Will allow me boats out to go and explore. So Frankincense Battlezord, you know what you need to do. As soon as I meet other people, by the way, I'm gonna absolutely get crazy rich. Like, not that I'm not crazy rich already. 61 gold per turn. I've almost got more gold in the turn. It's pretty good. We're gonna get even crazier and even richer. For when I explore, let's switch to Diplomatic League again. Reason I'm doing that is because if I do meet new city-states, I want to be able to just double up on the envoys immediately. I mean, admittedly, I really want to find owls. Owls not being found at the moment is a problem. Not one that we can't get round, but it is a problem. Apprenticeship boosted, and the extra food on the mine, of course, because we can eat amber because we're American. USA! Now I need to think about where I'm going to settle. Widget probably wants to get a harbor, although to be honest, if I were to put a city there, then I can work this reef. So yeah, let's pop one there. This is a Petra city, if ever I've seen one. Then we can get a city there. I haven't even thought about settling down in this area of the map, but there is some cool stuff down here as well. Oh, there's a reef to work. Oh, it would involve me moving away from the fresh water a little bit, but hey, fresh water is not a problem. Not when you're Teddy, and not when you're generous and you get more housing in every city. And let's go and work that reef to start with. Let's get that going nice and quick. I mean, I'm making settlers so fast now. This is where my score is just going to go, hey, shoot through the absolute roof. I am saving this tile, by the way, for Casa. Casa is so important when you're playing with Bear's Governor mod. Just trust me on that. You're just going to have to trust me on that. Harbor. Get it done. Another trade route. Oh yeah, 31 production already. Love it. Interrupt my settler building temporarily just to get the harbor finished and I'm daft. I think it's worth it because we can buy in the lighthouse. We can become a lighthouse family. It's everything I've ever wanted to be. And, waha! I've got 6 duplicate luxuries. Please, world. I want to trade with you. Find me. Find me now. More power to Battlezord. More power to Widget. It's just a population mess. And an explosion of stuff. Oh, there's more land down here than maybe I thought. That's good to know. Great library finish, great bar finish. That turn was a turn for great things. If it doesn't have great stapled to the front of the name, then what's the point? City number 4, Boston. No. Taco mouth damage and a source of whales. Get the harbor in quickly. Before we send boats out, I'm going to now buy, yeah, this is a shrine. So this shrine, with my religion, will give +2 gold to all 3 of my trade routes. So if you watch my gold, it'll go from 88 to like 95, 94, 95. Yeah, I didn't know if that was going to be multiplied by 20%, but hey, it's still pretty cool. I'm going to start getting explorer points. Someone else is getting explorer points. I don't like that. I want to be the only person getting explorer points. Okay, I'm daft has the harbor done now. That's good. We'll get that lighthouse in as fast as we can. Classical era ends in 10 turns. Oh, I really want a golden age next era. I'm not going to allow myself to not go into one. So we'll work on that one. Got a lot of stuff that we can do to improve, such as get a missionary going. I want my religion to start spreading around. Even if it is a little bit naff in terms of getting it out to the cities, it's worth 2 era score each time I spread it. So yeah, that alone is worth it. Sweden! Okay, the AI is likely to be doing very well with all of these mods as well, and so it has proven. Gobistan, that gives oil. Sweden's on 117 science on turn 72. Good to know. They're right down here as well. 5 population, is that it? Dear oh dear. Okay, how did Sweden meet me? A boat. That'll be how. Right, Sweden, buy my stuff. Yeah, 14 gold per turn. Do you want more stuff? How about stuff? Excellent. What about diplomatic favor? You can't afford my stuff. That's good to know. Offer you a friendship? Nope. Okay, fine. We'll deal with that when we deal with it. Lighthouse, 1 admiral point per turn. What explorer per turn? Amazing. It's good though. If we're meeting people now, then hopefully we'll find a lot more soon. Sweden's only on 20 gold per turn. 236 gold to my 162. They've got 6 cities, 31 pop. 4 cities, 23. So my start isn't really as outrageous as it could be. Need to keep working working on it. Keep working on it. And bam. Oh, we need a lot more religious pressure because of the size of my cities. Okay, good to know. Oh, is that another city-state? It is. We've met another city-state. And this one receives a unique luxury resource. It can only be made like this. Temples receive 1 amenity and 1 musician point. Oh my goodness. Yes, 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 yes. First, suzerain. It is an island to the south of me. It looks pretty awesome. Is it the same continent? It is the same continent. Wow. That's all very exciting. 8 era score needed in 6 turns now. Governors, yep, we still haven't found owls. Sweden is not owls, but if we find somebody who is the secret society we want, we can get open borders with them, and we can just sort of sneakily find out what's going on that way. It is possible, but we just want to hold off on that one for as long as we can. Pioneer, how about +2 food in every city? I don't really need to rush this stuff. Like, my cities are already awesome. Like, they're crazy good. Do I instead want to focus on gold? 0.25 gold for every population in a city. Commercial hubs. National treasury. That's cool. Gold for international routes goes up. Man, there's a lot of good stuff. Urban zoning would be fun, as would harbor master. Yeah, let's go for the merchant. We'll go for the merchant. We will pop the merchant in Takamov damage. We've got another trade route there, which I will send to a city that is able to give me the coolest route, I think. Can anyone trade with this city-state? Yes. Frankincense Battlezord can. All right, off you go. We're going to make a really cool road network over here now. City number 5. That's a desert city. That's 1 era score. Red Mandrake. Immediately go into the harbor. Thank you. Actually, I want to go for military training as soon as I can to get veterancy. 30% production towards harbors. I feel like I'm going to be building quite a few of these. Scythia, not doing as well as Sweden, which is quite a reliably awesome thing. We'll try sending a declaration of friendship to her at first turn. Often Scythia does let you do that. Let's see if it still works. No, we're not Gilgameshing today. Good, that's fine. Do you want some horses? No? Do you like some Diplo favor? Is that my Diplo favor? Yeah, go on, man. Gives me tons of gold. Okay. There's a fun trade route. Medieval fairs is boosted. Now we'll go and spread my religion down to Red Mandrake. It'll give me another 2 era score. We'll get a boat as well and start exploring, which I will do very nicely. So there's the galley. That gives me 2 era score. Widget, you can get a watermill, which gives me the construction boost. That will boost games and recreation. It's all coming together. Oh, except from that. That is not coming together. Thank goodness I caught that. That settler was almost about to nosedive into the barb there. One thing I do want to do is just make sure that I'm cycling through envoy quests. I don't want these to go from one era to the other. We want to just get as many of these through as we can. So train a spearman, train an archer. Easy enough to do. There's an archer. We'll get the spearman next turn. When you got 188 gold per turn, let me tell you, this sort of stuff comes naturally. And for cotton, okay, I'm getting given a book. A book is a good thing. A book means that Anshin is giving me extra science. Hey, it's just little early game yields. There's games and recreation. And I think, yep, cartography is boosted because we now have another harbor. Amazing. More lighthouses. We should build all of them. All of them. 6 trade routes already. It's not enough. It's never enough. Medieval era. Okay, so basically this means we can go golden. We can pick what we think is going to help us most. Free inquiry would be really good for teching up fast and making sure our harbors are giving me lots of science. Monumentality lets me spam builders and settlers out, but to be honest, I'm not really using my gold on that. I'm building them. Builders, yeah, maybe I could spend more gold on builders. That is something that I could do. How much improvement have I got in my lands? Actually, quite a few. Quite a few cities need that sort of improvement. So it's just a case of whether or not I'm going to get more science. No, I'm not going to get science. We're going to go monumentality. Let's just focus on settling as wide as possible. What could go wrong with that? What could go wrong with that? Actually, speaking of what could go wrong with that, once this settler's done, I'm going to get the diplomatic quarter in. I'm daft. Oh yeah, we've got some buildings we want to put down in that. We also want to work on my industrial zone. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Portland, Clint Hennis, The Nickerman, Daddy Bear Todd, Toon General, Civilized, Lovis, Capo Yobby Virani, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Skeptical Bear, Cinnamon Beard, Radiatore, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Callum Billy, Garrett Gowan, El Truant, Creston, RB Hedged, Mushkin Mandletort, Burial, I'm Daft, Gooberman, Dr. Bobby, Mixomatosis, NTG Golfman, Indigenous 68, Technology Poet, Teddy Zersa, Zaf, Barnaby Rex, Charlie Bears, Flying Dutch Burbs, Nate the Great, Alex Frost, Mean Penguin, Interplanet Janet, Frankincense Battlezord, Bookaluke 79, Bob Loblaw, Davalex, Geography Teacher, Juvara, Hal Carnassus, Morax, Sinikush, Echo Bear, Deja Fu, Kovuwu, Legally Trash, Is This Live, Twin Cam Inferno. Thank you everyone for your support. Goodbye!